That's not even set up. Guys! I'm at my limit, guys! I'm at my fucking limit! What the fuck? There we go. Hi guys. Oh, well, I didn't update the chat. God fucking damn it. I apologize for the delay. I am in my own personal hell. This is the fucking 7th layer of hell that I'm dealing with right now. God damn it! That's what you get. That's what you guys are getting in this shitty little chat. Cause that's the best I got right now. I haven't fixed it yet. Apparently there's like, okay, I had a nice little chat going on, nice little display with the custom CSS and everything. Not custom for me, but a nice CSS. So it would show up cleanly, it'd be nice and everything. And then there's an update on like a Google or OBS or something, and it was like, and it was like, it made a mess with like the CSS, and then like I haven't updated it since. Scuff return stream, let's go. Welcome back, Mission. Thank you, man. This stream was supposed to start at noon. Now it's 2:25. This is my own personal fucking hell. What blew up this time? Fucking YouTube for some fucking reason. YouTube was not having it. Cause like, okay, when you start stream, at least the way I've been doing it, when you start stream, you have like this little panel. Not panel. Shut the fuck up. Something went off. Like you have like this little page and it shows you like the stream on the upper left corner, and the right it shows like your chat, and it has like a bunch of settings and like your stream analytics. It shows like, oh, your stream health and shit. And in the upper right corner there's a go live button. If you don't have like auto start enabled, you can press go live for when like, you know, so you don't accidentally like start streaming like your spread asshole or something online. It gives you a little option to be like, okay, I will press when I'm live. I had an issue like that one time way in the past where I had OBS open and I was like trying to fix like my setup, and I didn't even know I was live on Picardo. Picardo's like this like artist streaming site, but I didn't even know I was live. But apparently, like after I was done doing that work and closed OBS, my friend texted me later that day like, "Hey, were you streaming?" I'm like, "What? No." And he was like, you were live on Picardo for a bit." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And after that, I got paranoid. I got so paranoid. So I don't have auto start enabled on YouTube. But I had to like, dude, I had to remake this fucking stream like 4 times or some shit, because it just would not give me the go live button. Like, so they wouldn't even give me the chat. I had to like finagle and go through like other like tabs to find the goddamn chat. I'm like, is the world working against me? Does not want me to stream? What the fuck? What the fuck? God damn it, guys. And I had to do all that without a mouse. I don't have a mouse, guys. You know what I've been using in replacement for a mouse? My fucking tablet pen. My screen, my monitor is my Cintiq, my Wacom Cintiq. It is my graphics tablet that I used to draw. And I also use it as a monitor. Just because limited desk space and just like more money to buy another monitor. I want to upgrade at one point and get a second monitor. But I don't have a mouse at the moment. And to get by, I've been using my tablet pen on my fucking tablet, my Cintiq, as my pen, as my mouse. And it makes it really annoying to handle shit. I need a new mouse. I'm broke as fuck though, guys. I'm broke. I went on a trip to Japan. Kind of broke. You poor thing. It's my character. It's my character development. It's my lore, my Joker fucking arc. From now, this is the narrative right now, guys. I'm doomed by the narrative. They want me to suffer, so become a better character. This is what the writer requires. This is what the writer wants. I am merely a victim to the narrative. On God. So, anyways, context on why this stream is late. I originally had this stream set up for noon PST. It is 2:29 p.m. and I haven't gone grocery shopping in like 2 months. Yes, I've been just barely getting by. I haven't gone grocery shopping in like 2 months or so. Prior to the Japan trip. Even by the time the Japan trip happened, like mid-September, I have not gone grocery shopping in like a month then. So maybe 2 months by now. I haven't gone proper grocery shopping. And so the opportunity finally came up this morning. And I'm like, oh shit, I should take that. I need to go grocery shopping. I'm taking that. And that's why I was late. Because I went grocery shopping. Because I haven't gone in like over 2 months. And then I still had to make food for myself. And then YouTube was squeezing my balls with its mighty, mighty grip. Squeezing my balls for all it's worth. And now I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Hi guys. It's nice to see you guys again. The YouTube chat was fixed since the last time we streamed, by the way. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I edited like my CSS to try to fix it, and it just like I gave up. So we're just going with this. The top chat. You know, guys, I've had a moment. We're gonna go with the shitty chat for a bit. I'll try to fix it by the next stream. If I don't fix it by the next stream, it's probably because I died. Probably because I died from frustration. I lost like I lost like 5 years of my lifespan from trying to figure out this goddamn YouTube situation. Dude, you guys notice? Also, YouTube being weird. I couldn't change my thumbnail. The thumbnail from this stream. That's not the thumbnail. It has like Lum. It has a figure of Lum from Buddhist Yatsura. It was for my last stream. My unboxing of that figure. And I couldn't even update the goddamn thumbnail for this stream. So I'm having a moment, guys. I even tried to like go up because I couldn't do it on PC, and I thought, okay, it's my tablet pen. It's my tablet pen I'm using as a mouse replacement because I don't have a goddamn mouse. And I was trying to use that. I was like, okay, maybe it's weird with the clicks. Maybe I can't change my thumbnail because it's really weird with the clicks because my tablet pen. So I went on my phone using YouTube on desktop mode, and I tried to fix it there. That one didn't work either. So I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm having a moment. Anyways, Japan trip. Hi guys. I went to Nihon for the first time. I went to Japan for the first time. I did the weeb dream. The dream that every fucking weeb has is to go to, I would say the motherland, but like motherland for weebs? I don't know, cause like I'm not Japanese, bruh. Not Japanese. I probably don't have much Japanese in me. Don't. I did make the pilgrimage, yes! I actually also made 2 like anime pilgrimages. Two pilgrimages to like two settings that were based off anime that I like. Was it everything that you thought it would be, says Biff. Wanda Noob, thanks for subbing! Thank you. Did you first fight every local you bumped into? Oh yeah, like a Yakuza like fucking like, you know, match. I come across like the unruly like salary man or you know, shit like that. I forgot the fucking names they use for the goddamn NPCs that you fight in Yakuza, but they're funny. I remember them being really funny. Ugh. Enjoy. Oh my god, dude, the bidets are so good. I'm so happy to be able to like, for most part, like 99% of like toilets had like bidets, and they were like electronic and shit. So for the most part, I was able to wash my fucking ass. Unlike in the States, where I had to dry wipe like a fucking Neanderthal. Like, I got to... It was so nice. It was so nice. Did you help every random stranger with their problems? Can't say I did. Unfortunately, I'm not built like Kiru. I'm not built the same. How does it feel to be back in Dirty Bum Society? Well, I do enjoy the space. Not being cramped and going to the store and having to press up against like the fucking aisles every time someone wants to pass by. That was not enjoyable. That was not enjoyable. But, you know, I look at the food prices here and I'm like, god damn. What the fuck, bro? For this amount of money I can get for this one dish in America, I can get like a whole ass fucking meal and more in Japan. Fucking Japan. I don't have to worry about tips either. I don't have to worry about goddamn tips. I don't have to feel like, I don't have to like, I won't feel like a fucking, like a fucking asshole if I don't tip in Japan, because they don't expect tips. It's like, it's actually like no good apparently if you give tip. Going on the train during the rush. Thankfully, I didn't really go on the train during rushes. I mean, it got pretty crowded at times, but we weren't like shoved in. There was still space, but we weren't shoved in. We were like, you know, where they had to like, none of the train conductors or whatever had to like push everyone in or anything. Nothing crazy. How was food? It was good. Yeah, like tips are seen as insulting there, Shishigo. I heard about that. I don't know if it's accurate, but that's what I like have like faint memory of people being like, no, don't tip. It could actually be seen as like rude. Did you hit him with the sumo-sen? Yes, I did. A lot of sumo-sen, and it's easier for me to say gomenne instead of gomennasai, because I think for me gomennasai takes like a second more to think of. So I'm just like, oh, gomenne, whenever like, you know, pass by people or said sorry, but I don't know if that's like, if that was like looked down upon because I was like more like impolite. It's more like casual to say gomenne instead of gomennasai, so I'm like, I don't know, I hope I did. I did not get Nihongo Jozu'd. I did not get the Nihongo Jozu'd. The closest thing would be on my last hotel, because I had multiple hotels. I'll explain that in a bit. I had multiple hotels, and you know, the guy was asking me questions, and I was responding very like, hi, hi, no, yeah, or like, you know, stuff like that. And then like he had to question if I spoke Japanese. He pulled out the instructions for the hotel for a moment. He was like, Japanese, English. I'm like, oh, English. Oh, skoshi desu. Nihon, you know. And he's like, oh, okay. But for a second, I had a question if I spoke Japanese. So, I think that goes for something. That goes for something, right? Eon says, Mission Kumo crossover episode's gonna be sick. Yeah! We have, I don't know if y'all know. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have caught it. But I have another dick pic rating stream coming up. Was it 16? 16? I think. Anyways, but I'm collabing with Kumo. She's another VTuber. We're gonna do a dick pic rating collab. Anyways, I don't want to get carried. I don't want to get cut off. Someone said it earlier, but they're like, oh, here's for another like 7 hours of tangent, and I'm like, god damn it. I don't know how long I'll go, because I was considering going to a Halloween party tonight, but knowing how my streams go, and I don't know about like how I'm gonna get there. My access to a car is very limited, so I'm like, I don't know if I can go. If it's too much trouble, I might just not go, but I don't fucking know. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It is what it is. Anyways. Let's start off by explaining how this Japan trip came to be. Because, guys, this Japan trip was kind of like... How do I describe it? Not last minute. Last minute's not the word. Impulse? Impulsive? It was not necessarily very planned in the sense of like... It's not like on this month, you know, I'm planning to go to Japan this year from this month to this month, and on like February I'm gonna book my tickets to the trip, and no, this is kind of like spur of the moment kind of thing. And I'll show you why. I'll show you in just a moment. I have the video pulled up. Yes, I do. I have the video pulled up, guys. Beep, beep. Oh. There you go. It's been a hot minute. Oh, that's the old fucking chat. Hold on, sorry, my bad. Okay, Michi, how many banks did you rob in order to raise money for the trip? If only. If only I robbed a bank. For legal purposes, that is a joke. Ah! I'm trying to go through my goddamn thing, my OBS with my fucking pen. Oh gee, it's Michi, you're alive. I am so alive. I'm so very alive. Barely, but I'm alive. She robbed our wallet, says Chris. Yo, if I robbed your wallets, I did. You guys are broke as fuck too, because I did not have a lot with this Japan trip. I'm kind of having a moment, guys. I'm gonna kind of little. I did not spend as much as I expected to in Japan, thank God, which I'll explain in a bit about the whole shopping. But guys. A little moment of your time. I have a video to share with you guys for the class. Video presentation. To share with everyone. And explaining why the fuck I went on this Japan trip. What the fuck happened? Is the auto going? Okay, well, I'm gonna hope the auto works. Turn off my BGM. Remind me to turn my BGM back on because I'm gonna freaking forget. Alright, ikyo!
So this isn't an average week in my life. It is the first of many art career journeys, with the first one being in Japan. Stay tuned for next week where I'll share the adventures of Group 2. So this art career journey in Japan trip has been something I've been planning since the beginning of this year. And to this day, I still can't believe it finally happened. A group of 24 different artists from different countries, states, and cities have come together to meet in Japan, and they took a chance on this. So let's take a moment to applaud for Group 1 for walking so the rest of us can run. So in this trip, we go to Osaka, Kyoto, and then Nara. But when I first arrived in Osaka, it was so humid. September was not the greatest time to come to Japan, but the thing is whenever people sign up for these group trips, there is a poll everyone signs up for, and September was the top chosen month for this trip. And while September in the rest of the world is probably autumn vibes, in Japan, it is still disgusting summer humidity. So one of the first things I did upon landing in Osaka was taking a jog around a nearby park called Nakanoshima Park, which was beautiful. People were walking their dogs. It was a great place to draw if it just wasn't so hot outside. But this was also the first time I was traveling with my boyfriend and his mom, who tagged along on this journey and were so helpful in me managing my first group trip ever. So on day one, we pretty much just spent it preparing all of the gift bags, which consisted of a sketchbook, some stickers, my top 2 favorite pens, a pen pouch, and some other goodies that I would hand to everyone before the group dinner on day 1. After that, we met our tour guide, Eric. We headed off to our...
I'm gonna see if you guys can spot me in this video. Has anyone spotted me yet? If anyone's familiar enough with what I look like? I won't save my comments for after the video, but I want to show you guys the full video. As little interruption as possible.
Very first group dinner where we all were able to debrief our journeys to get here, talk about what we're most excited for about this trip in Japan in an izakaya styled restaurant. And then afterwards, we had a little post-dinner chit chat where, you know, we got to have more of some calm conversations of getting to know some of the other travelers in the group. But we still had to rest up because the next day was our first day of an Osaka city exploration day, where there was also an art gold goals workshop hosted, where in each location we went to, I would also draw in my sketchbook quickly, because the goal of this art goals workshop is to learn how to draw fast and draw with intention, because a lot of us don't really know how to draw from life quickly. But when you are in a busy city like Osaka, trust me, you will be forced to draw quickly. So we first went to Kuromon Market, where you could try different foods, check out different shops. But for me, I was just studying the location and just drawing the different sites. Afterwards, we headed to a
Guys, I didn't draw jack shit. I didn't draw jack shit throughout this whole trip. Oh, like, can you guys see me from this, like, blurry, like, pause? Can you see me? I didn't draw. I had, like, one page of a sketchbook with some rough sketches. That was it. The white socks. Yeah, there we go. Points at person in the video. Why is she brown? You got the iconic drip mish. Yeah, the thigh-high socks. It's the thigh-high socks. That's how you can spot me through this trip. It's like the thigh-high socks, the most part. It's like, if I'm wearing a skirt, thigh-high socks. Thigh-high socks, guys. That's how you can spot me. And that's hot as fuck. Loving your yellow shirt! Oh man, that was our tour guide, Eric. That was our tour guide. The guy on the right, yeah. He's amazing! Dude, I'll talk about it in a bit, but bless his goddamn soul. Like, Eric is the best. He's the best fan alive. I hope nothing but, like, happiness and fortune and satisfaction to this blessed man. God bless this man. I hope he's happy. Honestly, with how blurry it was, I mistook another person for you, but then I saw the socks. Yeah, it's the socks. It's the socks. You can convince me girl in hat was Mishy. On the left. I'm brown. I'm brown, guys. Look for the brown girl. And thigh highs. Alright, let's continue.
Another part of Osaka called Shinsekai, which is a really interesting city that has this carnival type of vibe to it. And while this trip's itinerary was for the most part pretty followed throughout the trip, I will say that there were so many free goodies that came along with it that we originally weren't even anticipating, like our guide.
Where am I?
Goodies that came along with it that we
There, hold on. Yeah, it's first burp. On the right, in the middle right. Well, hold on. The right, almost rightmost. Like I'm in the middle of the room. You see me with my hair in a ponytail because it's hot as balls. God damn, I never sweat so much in my goddamn life. But yeah, you can see my back. You see like the little floral pattern on my dress that my coworker gave me. My coworker gave me that dress because like she was too tall for it. Imagine the smell says what? Oh yeah, thankfully it's not too bad. I hope the smell wasn't too bad for like the locals. But I mean, then again, it's like if the locals are also like they might be used to the goddamn smell. But also we're Americans. We're not Americans, but like we're Westerners, so we probably smell more than the Japanese. I think there's like some Asians that don't really have that like armpit smell or like sweat smell that the West gets. It's like something about like it's not the sweat itself that makes the smell. It's like the bacteria that eats the sweat that produces the smell. So if someone's sweating, you know that like armpit smell when someone sweats, right? I don't know if Japan has that. I think Koreans generally don't. I feel like the way to distinguish if you have that trait or not is if you have like dry flaky earwax. Apparently if you have dry flaky earwax, then you have like the trait that makes you not smell when you sweat, or at least not as much. I think I had a boyfriend, Korean boyfriend, who had that. He did not smell like when he like not to the same degree. He didn't really have that like typical like armpit smell when he sweat. So he didn't really have to use deodorant. He still did, but he didn't really have to. I think he said he did it because like everyone else was wearing it, so he thought, oh well, I guess I need it too. But then like he didn't really need it. All right, let's continue.
Originally weren't even anticipating. Like our guide Eric was
Hee me, I see me over there, hanging out with the boys, and the they them.
able to still fund us trying these little skewers at one of the restaurants in Shinsekai, and afterwards people were able to shop, try more foods if they were still hungry, and at one of the restaurants in Shinsekai, and afterwards people—
There you go. That's me, guys. Oh my god, look, it's me. I'm in the middle, sweaty as fuck. We dying there, bro. We dying. We all dying together though.
were able to shop, try more foods if they were still hungry, and also, of course, make art. So one of the cool things about this trip is that all of your intercity transportation is pretty much covered, so we all got our own IC card to travel amongst these different cities, and let me tell you, traveling in a group of 24 people around Japan is not easy when it's already such a dense city in itself, but our guide Eric was a godsend, and he and I really worked together to help manage the group. So after a busy day in Shinsekai, we then headed to Osaka's most—
Where am I? On the right. Yes, same dress. Is that the same? Yeah, that's the same day. Same day. Dress. Oh, I gotta tell you guys. My luggage situation. This was the day I had my luggage. But I have a horror story to share with y'all when this is done. Dude, I can't see real life escort mission for them. Honestly, yeah, escort like 20, 22, 24 bitches to 24 artists. My god. You're so right. You're so right. Oh, I keep doing that. Yeah, I'll tell you guys about the luggage in a moment. If I say, hey guys, I'll tell you something in a moment, and then I forget to, you're free to mention it to me, because it's like there's so many things I have to share with you guys. I'm just gonna forget it. I forget it. The thing about like if I remember a thing and I don't do it in that moment, and I get distracted by something else, I'm gonna forget. So it's like, yes, if like I say, I'll tell you guys in a moment, and I don't say it, you are totally free to be like, hey, Miss G, you said you share this thing, and be like, oh shit, yeah, you're right.
iconic landmark, Dotonburi, which is a Times Square of Osaka, like with all of the billboards and lights and the Running Man. And I will say by this part of the day, we were all so exhausted, so everyone kind of split up to do their own thing. I was able to check out this small temple nearby called Hozenji Yokocho, which was such a stark contrast from the rest of the city. And pretty much most days after the planned activities, I would try my best to go back to the hotel to work a little bit, to share the stories in real time to the best of my abilities, where I would just include a snippet of each day. But I'll be real, like after the first 2 days in Osaka, I was just too busy having fun with
me. And yes, like I try to do the same thing. I don't know if you guys were like following my Instagram or try to catch up on my Instagram for my Japan trip. The first like 2 days or so, I kept up pretty well. And then at a certain point, I didn't really update the Japan trip. I still like got footage and stuff, but I just didn't really upload it. And it's not like I can take it right then and there and then like upload it and stuff and it's like I'm fine. I do have to like carefully scan all the content to make sure there's nothing like identifying or anything like that in the videos. So it's not like I can like take the photo, post it, good to go, continue. Like I can't do that real quickly. It's like, yeah, I do have to make sure it's like not compromising. So that's why after a certain point in the trip, I'm like, I'm tired. I don't want to do, I just want to have fun. I just want to travel. So I took a bunch of videos and stuff that I want to eventually put into like a vlog. But yeah, so the most part is that, yeah. But oh, this guy's, I wasn't only taking food pics, I was also like trying to like record everything. Now see guys, I was doing my job. You just see me in the middle of recording stuff. I was trying to get footage for a vlog. You see me in the middle of working here. You see it. You see it. Honestly, a good idea. Enjoy the trip to the fullest. That's what I try to, right? It's like I want to enjoy, but also still get like content. I just wasn't uploading the content like live, like actively. So, this was an event. I do want to share about this this restaurant in particular. It was a very interesting moment. And I'll share with that later. Another thing I have to mention later on. It's another thing. But this particular restaurant was like a noteworthy experience that I want to talk about
with everyone else, because I was like, this is what I'm here for. I can always draw some other time after this trip is over. So the next day we headed out to Osaka Castle, which we were not allowed to draw inside of it, but you know, we were still able to admire its beauty and check out to the inside, which is kind of like a museum, I would say. And afterwards we were able
for that temple castle, I think it's castle, Osaka Castle, I think. I for the most part just like stayed on the roof, because I think it's like what 7-ish floors or something like that, and the roof has like a balcony that you can look over. And I'm not really one for sightseeing. I'm not really a sightseeing person. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty, and then move on, right? But genuinely, like the view from that castle was like, whoa. It was sick. I'm like, you know what? I don't mind just staying here for like the remainder of my free time, which is like an hour long or so. I'm like, I'll just stick here in this roof and just look out for like that whole time. Not gonna lie. It was nice. It was really, really nice. I didn't expect it. I mean, maybe it's because I didn't expect it that it got me more captivated, I guess. But yeah, it was pretty sick. And then I spent like the remaining like what 15-20 minutes just briefly, quickly looking through each floor down as I was making my way downstairs to meet up with everyone else. I didn't go through all the floors of that castle. I only went through like maybe 4 out of like the 7, 8-ish or something like that. Something like that. No drawing. I didn't do any drawing there either, guys. No drawing. This is supposed to be an art group trip, and I got like jack shit drawing done.
to embark on this really leisurely river cruise where they served us snacks and drinks and we could draw there. And it was just such a nice break because let me tell you, group one really suffered the most when it came to the heat of Japan. Like, I don't know what happened, but it was just so humid and hot every day. I am from Los Angeles where our summers are pretty bad, but let me tell you, dry heat and humidity are complete different things. We were seeing each other in our most vulnerable moments, like we were sweating our lives away, we're stinky, exhausted, but everyone was still in such high spirits because—
Where am I? All you can barely see me. All the way in the fucking back, between two people's heads. Barely see me. Oh my god, there's my little group. I stuck at the back, but like, you see the four people in the front? Those are like my homies. Those are the people I generally hung out with the most throughout the trip. The four people that are like up front. It makes sense. Because I tend to, I think get along. I tend to vibe better with guys. And like most of the people on this trip are girls. I just mainly just gravitated. Eventually, I just seem to vibe with the guys more. And the they, them. Guys and they, them. I am being inclusive here.
Because it's Japan and this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where all 24 of us can travel together. So after the river cruise, we hosted our first art careers workshop where unfortunately there was kind of a rain warning, so we did not host it outside. Originally I wanted to do it at a park, but instead we hosted it in this little stage that happened to be in Umeda Station, which was honestly little outside originally. Unfortunately,
you can see me in the back, kind of like getting distracted and having a fun conversation.
River cruise. We hosted our first art career.
Yeah, like okay, I'm gonna I'm facing the side right now, looking at like my friends and talking, and then like
year's workshop where unfortunately there was kind of a rain warning, so we didn't.
And then my little yellow backpack, because I love yellow. Hi, Pebbles. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh, she's stretching. Oh, it's such a big stretch. Such a big stretch. Sweetie. Wow. Baby. Sorry. I got distracted by my cat. She meowed at me. And then she got up and did just cute little big stretches. I'm like, oh, sweetie. And I turned on my fan while I was up anyway. So, yes. You see the back. This is the few outfits where I was wearing pants. Not to thigh highs.
Not host it outside. Originally, I wanted to do it at a park, but instead we hosted it in this little stage that happened to be in Umeda Station, which was honestly perfect because it fit all of us. And what happened in this workshop is—
Oh, it's me! It's me, guys. Did I see this art? I don't think so. I don't think I saw this art until after once this video came out. Because I think she drew us, and I managed to see one during the trip, but I think one of the art pieces in here I didn't see until after. I think it was this one. I didn't see it, but you can see in the right page, the right sketchbook page, and on the bottom left is me. Is me. And I got some of my homies on the left page.
I would break everyone up into their respective industries like comics, illustrations, entrepreneurship, graphic design, animation industry, and I would pretty much give advice catered towards everyone's individual groups or hear their struggles and answer their questions and encourage them to have discussions amongst themselves, because the thing about being an artist and a working professional is that connections are really what matters the most in your career. I truly believe, from my experience, I have only gotten a lot of my positions because of my past experiences with other coworkers and friends I made from previous projects, and this is the opportunity to really foster that type of community. Like I said to everyone there, if we were able to get the funds too, we could probably all just work on our own films or projects.
Dude, did this video call me dancing? Fucking... You see me do a little jiggy?
The funds too, we could probably all just work on our own films or projects. So
I was having a little jiggy, and apparently I got caught on camera doing my little jiggy. ADHD! You think I have ADHD? I don't know. I was in the moment, man. I was having a good time. Having a good time. Having clashes outside of a Family Mart, and not gonna lie, I was like looking at a bunch of like people coming in and out of Family Mart to see the like their expressions looking at us. Cause it did look interesting, just having like this group of like foreigners like in this corner of his train station. Thank God there was like that little nook that we're able to fit into, because we're like, where the hell are we all gonna fit like 20 fucking 4 people? Because like Japan's really dense, and like there's a lot of people coming by, like, you know, it's really dense, the areas are small, and then it's like we're gonna fit 24 of us. And thankfully we just found like this little corner at a train station next to a Family Mart. Like, oh, I guess here, yeah, this is where we're staying then.
After our first workshop, everyone split off to do their own thing. After another hot day in Osaka, the next day we were
Guys, before she continues to talk about the next day, you guys want to guess what I did in my free time? And we all split. Majority of the stuff I did while I was there, that's, you know, not drawing. It's fucking anime shopping. A lot of anime shopping. Oh my god, the amount of surugayas and book ops I've been to. My goodness. So much shopping for anime goods. And I'm like, I was usually the one that like spearheaded that shit. Anytime we had alone time, like, or like, no, like free time, like, hey guys, anyone want to go with me to go anime shopping? And that's how kind of I think how the groups around me kind of formed. Like a lot of the guys also just want to go anime shopping. So I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go, guys. Let's go anime shopping. So that's what I did. Not drawing. Instead, looking at anime stuff. Oh my fuck. Dude, I thought by going to Japan, I thought I would be able to spot quite a lot of good deals. Because, you know, I don't have to worry about, like, you know, shipping fees and, like, you know, third party, like, company, you know, ordering the supplies from Japan and then, like, selling it, you know, having to, like, also input shipping into the cost of the good. And also, like, they also have to make a profit because, you know, they're doing a business. So they also have to, like, you know, up the price a bit there. Dude, overpricing is also fairly common in Japan. Half the time, the item would be like overpriced. You would be able to find the item for a better price elsewhere. Just yeah, it wasn't as good of deals as you thought. Yeah, like overpricing is a lot more vampant. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's a lot of it in Japan. So if you go there, very much do your window shopping. Look around. Make sure you get you try to get the best deal because there's a lot of places that would try to overprice you, probably because foreigners and stuff. But there would be like figures for like I seen like some pop-up parades of like needy streamer like K-Angel from Needy Streamer Overload or Needy Girl Overload or something like that. Because I think in America has a different name from like every other country for the game. But the K-Angel pop-up, I see some places sell it for like 8,000 plus yen, which is like what? $60 plus dollars? When like she's still in store at like Good Smell and stuff for like 4,000 yen. So like half off. She's made up half off. She's still in store. She's still being sold for retail price, and these other stores are getting her and upselling her like twice the amount. So if you go, it makes you definitely look around. Is it because these spots were touristy spots? I mean, like, yes, some places were like I feel like a good chunk of the places were touristy. I think that's where most of the places I went to, like Osaka, Kyoto, and like Akihabara. I went to Ikebukuro, Shinjuku for a little bit. But yeah, I think a lot of these are like, you know, they expect tourists to be there. Let's see. Needy Streamer Overdose, $53.64 right now. Really? Hold up. How much is she pops up every so often. I think. Let's see. I saw that she was available at New York Comic Con. Good Smells Off has a booth there or something, and they're selling it for like $30, which is granted, like an event, but like it goes to show that like, wait, where the fuck did they take down the notification, or did they take down the? Did they take down the announcement? I thought I saw it on Instagram. Where Good Smells, like they showed like their sales menu for, I think it was a New York City Comic Con or something like that. And then like they're selling the K-Angel pop-up for like $38 USD. Oh, was it Twitter? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, another expensive one. Hold on. Where is she? $35 for the K-Angel pop-up parade figure. That includes a bonus. I mean, that's directly from Good Smell at like a New York, like at a convention. But it goes to show that she's still going around. She is still. It's not like she released like ages ago and she's out of print. No, she's still being printed. There's still like I don't know if printed is the right word. She's still like within circulation of like Good Smell, like official shops. But there are places like selling her for like twice that amount in Japan. That's the one specific like example I can think of. Let's see. Conversion was another thing, yeah. I saw a Laos from Dojimeishi, a Laos Nando for like I think 10,000 yen, which is like what, $80, 80 USD. And I remember because like my friend, their name is Jirachi, they saw it at a I think it was Surugaya, It was a Surugaya. We saw it for like 10,000 yen. They're like, fuck, I want it, but I'm not gonna spend like $80 on a Nendo. And thank God that like, even I think while they were still at the trip, or maybe shortly after, they were able to find the Laos Nendo like restock on Good Smell US for like $45. So yeah, even in Surugaya, even secondhand markets, super expensive. But I don't know how they price their goods. I don't like how to describe it. Because it's based off like online. I don't know. I've heard some stuff. I heard some stuff about how like some like Japanese stores like price like their secondhand goods. I don't know if I should share it. I don't know if it's good for me to share it, but seeing the prices in like the secondhand Japanese shops, I'm like, yeah, I might know how they got that price. I'll say that. Dun-dun-dun.
Transferring to Kyoto. The first day in Kyoto was not an easy one. While we transferred to Kyoto and immediately got into
Oh, wait, hold on. Before I continue, I read someone's message. It means that me at 725, I had the exact same thing happen at an East Coast convention in the US. Like $80 for a $40 figure that's still in stock on the Good Smile like site. Yeah, right? Shit's crazy. Yeah, you really gotta do your research. It's like I think they're really like baking off of people that don't know any better, that aren't too familiar with shopping online. Because I've been collecting figures since I was like in high school, and like what, the 2010s. I've been collecting since then, so I know what to be aware of. I know like, okay, like this seems like a lot. Let me check this shop, or let me check like, has this restocked in Good Smell US recently? Oh yeah, Rich and Creamy. Hi, welcome to the stream, dude. I bought my laptop used in Japan. It was rated B, but it was flawless. I think it's a B rating because no bucks. Dude, yeah, that's the one thing. Okay, like, overpricing aside, secondhand market in Japan is like top tier shit. I feel very much comfortable buying secondhand in Japan. Like they're very strict about that shit. From what I've seen, at least, they are very strict with the conditions of items, and they will price like, they're like, oh, this has like, it barely has a scratch, like someone breathed on it. Let's mark it down. Ooh, hey Pebbles.
to a tea ceremony.
I think most of the items I bought in Japan were secondhand. I think maybe half. Secondhands are like good quality in Japan. They really are. Like most, I'm not gonna. I think most of the shops I visited in Japan were secondhand, because their secondhand market is just so strong over there. At least for like anime goods. I don't know about other items. I can't say confidently, but anime goods definitely. Commit to me just to go for secondhand alone. Honestly, I mean, Rich and Creamy bought like a laptop there. I mean, it probably like if you buy tickets, like you fly over there, just for like buying secondhand, it's probably gonna like vastly like outweigh the price of the ticket. It would outweigh like any savings you got on the item. But I mean, if you want to visit there anyway, you know what I mean.
Our group was so big that we had to split up into 6 different taxis to get there, but thankfully it was fine. We started off the tea.
Oh, that tea ceremony. Yeah, just buy enough items for it to balance out. Basically. Oh, this tea ceremony. Okay, so this was an interesting thing, because this is when we went to Kyoto. Because for the artist trip, I think for like the first like 3 days or something, 3 or 4 days, we stayed in Osaka. And then for the remaining like 3 or 4 days of the trip, we went to Kyoto. And I think what she's mentioning here is when we were going to Kyoto, and we went to a tea ceremony. And I don't think there's no train to get to this exact location. So when we got there, we had to take taxis to bring everyone. Because it's like 22 people-ish, we had to take 6 different taxis. And then of course, like the tour guide has to figure out, like, try to talk to each of these taxi drivers, like, hey, I'll handle the payment when we get there, or something like that. But he has to figure out how to pay for like 6 different taxis, right? And then it became this huge mess where I think like one of the last taxis drove off with like 2 or 3 of the guests, and did not have our tour guide, and our tour guide was supposed to be in that van or in that taxi or something, and we did this whole thing, and then we had to wait like a good like 20-25ish minutes trying to figure out where the hell those like last like people were, where we were trying to do like the whole like tea ceremony thing. It was a whole experience. It was interesting, I'll say that.
Ceremony a little bit late.
Oh, for context also, sorry, I keep pausing. I'm gonna tell you guys things. For this like the tea ceremony, they did not allow videos. They only allowed photos. So that's why like all the content you're gonna see from this area is likely gonna be photos. You can kind of see me in the left side, in the back with my thigh highs, but it was all like photos. Yeah, I did take a little bit of video at the start, and then I think the lady mentioned, no video, photo okay, photo shashin okay. I'm like, oh shit. So I deleted that video. Whenever there was like a place that like said no video or no photo, and I was like midway taking video photo, I'd be like, oh god, delete that shit. And like my friend would be like, I don't think you gotta delete it. I mean, you got it. It's no biggie. Like it's a cam. Like no. They told me I can't take photos or video. I'm gonna delete it. So I want to respect it. I don't want to be that foreigner.
But we were able to leave it off on a wholesome note, being reminded that ichigo, ichie, which means one chance, one meeting. We have so many chances in life for anything to happen, but for this moment in time is the only time that all of us are here together in this room, which is really bittersweet. And then
so sorry for the pause. That's the huge copium that I think when it comes to this trip and how much it hurt my wallet. It's like, you know what, this is a once in a lifetime experience. I get to meet a bunch of artists. Mute Triple, the host of this trip, and the one who's like, no, she's the YouTuber. She is an artist I've been following since I was a fetus on DeviantArt. My ass, like I said, I mentioned like this trip is very like kind of like spur of the moment, cause I followed her since I was like middle school age, like what's middle school, like 10 to 13 years old. I've been following her since DeviantArt, where she went by a different name. And I've been following her since then, right? So when she announces that like, oh, I'm hosting this artist group trip to Japan, that was like, bro. One, I get to go to Japan. That in of itself is fucking insane and something I've been wanting to do for ages. 2, I get to meet a whole bunch of other artists. That sounds like super fun. And 3, I get to like meet an artist I've been like following since I was like a baby, since I was a fucking fetus. I'm gonna go on this goddamn trip. So like, I opened up a credit card for this goddamn trip. I opened up a new credit card. Oh my god, because I think this trip was like 3,500 USD or something. And I'm like, bro, that's a lot of money. I opened up like one of those like, oh, initial like APR is 0% kind of thing. It's like, oh, it's really great if like, you want to transfer some of your existing credit card balance onto this card kind of thing. So I filled that card up as much as I could. With this, I filled that card up. That shit is filled to the brim. And I'm like, I'll pay it off over time. But I have, I think, like over a year to help pay that off. Because thank God, 0% interest. But yeah, I opened up a goddamn credit card for this trip. And it's like, hard copium. Me trying to justify this trip. Being like, I made connections. And I had a blast. I had made such good friends. But also, like, business-wise, connections are everything. Right? And even like the artist behind this trip, she even like the YouTuber Michelle, even she was like, yo, I got my there's like multiple positions I've gone that I wouldn't have gone if it weren't for the connections I made. So I'm like hard copium right now, be like, it's the connections. So like, it's like a business, guys. I'm in a tight spot right now. on a tight spot. Everybody was kind of teetering over the edge before this trip, and this trip pushed me over. But like my hard copium, I'm not trying to be like, guys, it's like a business, right? You know, when a business opens up, they're not profitable. They're likely not profitable within the first few years. That's just natural, right? That's just the normal process for a business. So in my mind, I am in a tight spot, but you know what? It's the long run. It's the long game, guys. I am not profitable for the first few years, but eventually I will be. In the long run, I'll be good. Ah! I need. Oh my god. Hard copium, guys. Hard copium. Big goals, big spend. Really be like the thing is like I don't regret a lot of the purchases I've been making, but I will. It'd be a lie if I said it wasn't stressful. It is very stressful, but like every other faction of my life is flourishing. I have good friends. I have good experience. You know, I'm making connections and stuff, and all that jazz. So, hee hee. I'm getting by. Pedals! Now! Long-term investments. Playing chess out here. That's what I like to hear. That's what I try to just trying to justify. I'm investing in myself in my future. I am not doing too well now, but in the future, it's all about the future, guys. And Alexa, welcome to the stream. Hi, how's the stream? We're doing good. We're doing good. Speaking of this little like back to the actual Japan trip itself. So you see like this little food, right? I wanted to show you this food. This was a little snack that they gave us at the tea ceremony, right? I don't know if saying snack is disrespectful. I don't know if like I don't know if saying snack is like downplaying what this is. I don't know, but so they gave us this like little treat, right? And they had us like eat it at the tea ceremony, and we had to like they're the confectionery. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Void. There was like a process to it. We gotta enjoy it. It's a very spiritual event, and I ate it all up. Right? And then I think someone next to me told me, I think you're supposed to leave the pink little thing uneaten. I ate that shit. I'm looking around me, and some of the other guys, they did not eat they did not eat the pink one. I'm like, I just heard someone told me that they didn't like the little small pieces, like the white and pink piece. They just didn't like it. So I'm like, did I just mishear the instructions? Were we not supposed to eat the pink one? They're supposed to leave that? Like, I see some people left it. Some people ate it, but some people left it. And I'm like, is this because they didn't like it? Or I'm like, I don't fucking know. But then, like, by the end, I think everyone ate it. By the end, everyone ate their thing. And then, like, the trays were taken away from us. I'm like, okay, were we supposed to eat it? Were we not? I don't fucking know. But I was like, I was sweating bullets, man. I was sweating bullets. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm looking at it, like, I probably look insane. Because I'm looking at everyone. I'm like looking at people who happened to catch my attention. Like, what the fuck? I was concerned. I really didn't want to I didn't really want to be rude. I'm so scared about being rude, guys. In this culture that's it's all I don't want to be that foreigner, and I was so scared I did something wrong. But I think it's fine. I think. But it was good. I liked it.
This moment in time is the only time that
I'm on the kind of middle-ish left. I'm like all the way in the back. All the way in the back. My hands are like, woof woof woof, ee hee hee. Ee hee.
all of us are here together in this room, which is really bittersweet. And then after our tea ceremony, we headed off to Kyoto Station, where we were able to do some exploration, try out some of the foods or restaurants. Good thing we stocked up on our bellies, because the next thing we had to go do was head over to Fushimi Inari on our bellies.
Okay. Now it's easier for me to just explain shit now. And I said, I'm gonna finish this video and then explain shit to you guys, but I feel like it's just easier to like pause in the moment and tell you guys what happened. So what I did during this little trip to, like, this was a mall or station? I forgot. Was it a station? Anyways, but we were here trying to get like some food before we went to our next trip, right? Before we went to our next destination. I got croquettes. Karaoke. I got some croquettes because goddamn guys, I was feeding so well in Japan. I love calpico / calpis and croquettes. Croquettes, you barely see that shit in the States. At least where I've been, you didn't get to see that shit. You ain't gonna see croquettes anywhere. For me to get croquettes, I would have to make them at home. It's not that it's making them as hard, is that the process to make croquettes is like extensive, right? Croquettes are like those little potato like balls, or like kind of like not pastry, like mashed up potatoes with like vegetables and meat in it, and then you bread it and fry it. And it's not hard, but it's extensive. Like I gotta like cut up the potatoes. You know, I gotta wash potatoes, peel it, cut it up, boil it, prepare the vegetables, small vegetables. You know, cut up the onion, garlic, fry that shit. Maybe spam if I want spam in it. You know, meat or whatever. And after that, I gotta put that shit together in a bowl. I gotta crush it into like a little thing, and then I gotta bread it, and then I gotta fry it. So it's extensive. So it's annoying, so I don't make it too often. But now in Japan, it's much more common to find croquettes, koroke, than in the States. So I was thriving. Croquettes. I love croquettes. Bro, I can just get it from a Family Mart. I can just go to a fucking Family Mart or 7-Eleven, a convenience store, Konbini, just grab it there. I just get fucking croquettes. I'm like, oh my god, I'm fucking living. This is it. I'm living a life, man. I'm living a life. And then like calpico. I love calpico so much. Interesting that calpico is so much readily available in Japan. Half the time I go to a restaurant, they have calpico. So I can just order calpico with my fucking food. And not to mention, it's cheaper. If I get like a bottle of calpico, it's like what? Like 120 yen? Which is like $1 USD for like a bottle of calpico. When over here, it's at minimum like $3. It's kind of rare to find like a bottle of calpico under $3. The lowest I found was like maybe like $2.69. But I'm like, bruh, I'm thriving. Oh, calpico and croquettes. God damn. I eat that shit. But basically, so in this little mall-ish or food area. Ooh, it's a second burp. I got my croquettes, right? And then I asked our tour guide, Eric. Again, bless his soul. Oh shit. I was supposed to provide feedback for this group trip, and I was going to be like, oh, Eric is the best. Give him a raise. Give him a promotion. I forgot about that. Oh, fuck. I hope it's not too late to give feedback. Anyways, but so I asked my guide, Eric, because I got the croquettes from one place, and then I asked him, hey, is there anywhere I can just get, like, white rice? Shirogohan? Gohan shiro? I don't know. Can I just get white rice? Because there's some places that, like there was one dedicated, like, rice, like, store I saw in that area, but it was all, like, you know, like, fried rice. It was all, like, fried rice or some variation of, like, you know, flavored rice. But I'm like, I just want white rice with my croquettes, because I bought the croquettes. And then my guide was so, like, confused. He's like, huh? You know, like, just white rice. I'm like, yes, just white rice. He's like, and then he was looking around, and we're trying to, like, you know, talk around to different, like, you know, booths to be like, do you just sell white rice? And they're like, yeah, we do. But it took a moment. We had to look around a lot, because apparently there's not many places that do that. You generally just don't buy a white rice on its own. So he told me that he's like, I was just confused, because, like, no one has ever asked me that question before. They just want to buy a white rice. I'm like, oh, my bad. To be frank, I bet every single house has a rice cooker. In Japan, probably. But, like, we're eating out. I don't have a rice cooker. I don't have rice ready at hand to eat. So that's why I was like, I got the croquettes in one store. Now is there another store that sells rice? So, and apparently that question was threw my tour guide off guard. He's never received a question like that, apparently. Just white rice.
Because the next thing we...
But I did find a place that had white rice, though. Thank God. I did eventually find it.
Had to go do was head over to Fushimi Inari Shrine. So for those of you who don't know, this is
Look at me. It's me on the left. I'm on the left. You see me with my little yellow backpack and thigh highs. Can we buy white rice at home? We have white rice at home. I didn't have it in my home. And I'm not gonna drive all the way back just to get some rice. Our brown and yellow queen. My god. I think that's an interesting thing. Like the difference between like my persona and like the colors I like and like an aesthetic. Like pink and burgundy. There's a whole lot of that with my character and my aesthetic for my art. And I like that in art as well. But in terms of like what I wear, a lot of fall colors. I personally wear like a lot of fall colors, like burgundy and like green and yellow and stuff like that. Those are the colors I wear. And like neutral colors, like light neutral colors.
kind of the shrine that has like this endless number of torii gates, which are just pretty much like sponsorships from different companies, I guess. So when you're walking through this, you're just like, damn, I wish I had that many sponsors. But jokes aside, it was quite a challenge. Some of us stayed on the bottom and just shopped around and chilled because, again, it was like 90 plus degrees, humidity. I don't know how we even got through this hike. We pretty much walked over 12,000 steps on an incline and decline. Thankfully, once you get deeper into the hike, there are less people and it gets more shady and you get this beautiful view of Kyoto from the top, even though that view wasn't even really the top. And of course, the moment we reached the peak, I had a poop scare where suddenly I was like, I really need to go to the loo right now. But there's a certain point on this hike where there are no more bathrooms. So if you go on this hike, note to use the bathroom while you see them. But yes, afterwards, after a super exhausting day, we just went back to the hotel and checked into our new
Oh, that was me again.
super exhausting day. We just went back to the hotel and checked into our
Okay, I'm on the right. You see me with my fucking yellow backpack. I hope it wasn't too hot during that hike. It was. It was. I think, okay, there's like, was it like 7 to like 11 like points throughout the trip, throughout like that shrine. I think there was 11 or 7 to 7 or 11-ish points, roughly around that area, right? I gave up between 2 and 3 going up that mountain or shrine. I don't know. There's a lot of steps, a whole lot of fucking steps. I gave up around 2 to 3 those checkpoints because I was dying. Guys, I was like losing my like sense of like balance. I was losing my sense of balance and I was like not fully like processing what was going on around me. I was not doing so hot. I was not doing so well. Well, I was really hot, but I wasn't doing so well, right? So at one point I'm like, you know what? I feel like having a loss of balance when I'm going up thousands of steps is not a good thing to have. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going back down. So yeah, there was a moment. It was a moment. Do I have like video or like photos? I do. I know I have video of me like going back down, but I don't know if I have like photos because I'm mostly gonna show like photos through this trip. Where is it? Is this it? Is this it? Oh, I think this is it. Yeah. You guys are gonna get some thigh pics. Let's get some thigh pics in here. Let's get some thigh pics. Where is it? Meow meow. Get some thigh pics for you guys. You've been oh so nice to me. Me coming back and being late and everyone joining in. Let's throw it in. Let's just throw a little bone. Throw in a little bone. Oh, first, look at my croquettes. Who cares about the fucking thighs? Look at my croquettes. Look at my goddamn croquettes, guys. Look at that shit. That's it. That's my... Oh my god, big! My croquettes on the right. That's what I got separately. And then on the left, I got my little cool, my white rice with some like toppings and stuff on it. And then my calpico. That was my food earlier that day. Oh, croquettes is so good. Karaoke. I love speaking Japanese. Not gonna lie, going on this Japanese trip has made me want to learn Japanese. Like continue my knowledge of Japanese. Cause I took like 2 semesters back when I was like in high school. Two like college semesters. I think my school were like, oh well, you can get if you get college credit, you can use that towards your high school like curriculum. And then, yeah, so instead of going to like high school courses, you can just take it out of college. So I took 2 semesters of Japanese. So I have like, I remember a lot of hiragana. My katakana is rough as fuck. I don't remember katakana, but like it has some understanding, right? And so so going to Japan, I'm like, oh man, I love using this language. The minimal I know, but just I think their inflections, I just love. The inflection and stuff of like, you know, Japanese. Karaoke. Gomen. I don't know. I just like saying it. I don't know if that's weeb of me. But I like saying it. So I just like speaking in that matter. It's fun. Caterpillar. Let's see. Meow 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 meow. Meow 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 meow. Where's my thigh pic? Where the fuck did it go? This is a one photo I took. It's mostly video that I took at the shrine. But I don't know. I don't know if you guys can encapsulate how dead I was, how sweaty I was from this one photo. I was dying. I didn't want to pull my socks all the way down. Because I didn't want to be like rude. Guys, this is a shrine. This is a shrine. For one, I didn't shave below my knees. Below my knees. And 2, it's a goddamn shrine. I'm not gonna be flashing my ankles here. Like, like if I pull my socks on anymore, I feel like that'd be scandalous or like that could be kind of slutty or something. I don't know. But I'm like, I'm a shrine. I don't want to go too far. But bros, I was dying. I've never sweat so much in my goddamn fucking life. Japan ain't not, dude. And apparently September in Japan is when summer's cooling down. And I was dying. Like, how the fuck, what's peak? What's peak summer? How is it? It's like this, it's a goddamn 7th layer of hell in Japan. Don't ever go to Japan in summer. Fuck that. Granted, apparently Osaka's really humid. I mean, we're in Kyoto now, I think, in this part of the video. We're in like Kyoto, I think. But oh my god, it was just, guys, don't go to Japan in summer. You'll die. It is not good. Even people who like, even like people in other Southeast Asian countries, like, oh, the Philippines, oh, Thailand, oh, like it's super humid here. We can handle it. I hear those bitches go to Japan. They're like, no, Japan's another level. This shit's fucked. It's just. Yes, the aroma from this image, wonderful, exquisite, rich with flavor, bro. I'll have you guys know that as a way to make back some of the expenses from this trip, I was thinking of the idea of like, you know, I could totally get like a handkerchief, wipe my sweaty ass, my swamp ass, my, you know, not actually just like, you know, wipe down my ass, but like just like wipe off my sweat and sell it. I was thinking about doing that. I got like a handkerchief and everything. I got a cute handkerchief, which I'll show probably I think in the Japan haul stream. But unfortunately, I did not. It cooled down. It cooled down the later half of the trip. I bought the fucking handkerchief just to wipe off my sweat, and then it cools fucking down for the remainder of the trip. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? How am I supposed to make bank? How am I supposed to sweat like a pig and make bank? It didn't work. God damn it. Let's see. Oh, hi EP. Thanks for subbing. Hello. Nice, very tan with thigh highs. You can even pull the Kyoto. Oh yeah, not in summer. Definitely not. It's not in September, Japan. Fuck that shit. I do want to go to Japan in like winter time at one point. It'd be nice. Anyways, yeah, you see me in the bottom right corner with my yellow backpack and my nice airy light colored dress.
Our new Kyoto hotel with our luggage that all luckily made it there. And afterwards, me, my boyfriend, and his mom went out to a really nice dinner at this really cute restaurant. So by the time we left the restaurant, they were just really cute and waving goodbye to us, which was a nice send-off for our next day in Nara. So Nara, of course, is the deer park heaven that everyone knows about, and it was just so funny because after the train,
you see me with my little umbrella. On the right side, my umbrella with my backpack, and wearing that dress again. And Elisa says, I wish my luggage made it my last trip. Bro, tell me about it. Guys, I know I mentioned, it's the luggage thing is on topic again, but guys, I took Air Canada. I used Air Canada Airlines. Never again. I would recommend against using Air Canada. Fuck those bitches. Okay, not actually, not on a personal level, but in general, as a company, fuck those bitches. I took Air Canada. Actually, interestingly enough, I met one of the art groupies during one of my layovers. I met one of the art groupies during my layover, and we hung out until we got there. And bless her soul for sticking around with me, because when we got to Japan and we're picking up our luggage, she got her luggage, and I wasn't seeing my luggage on the carousel. I was not seeing it. And she's like, "Oh, I thought they would lose it. They couldn't lose it." I'm like, "Yeah, they shouldn't have, right?" And then after some talking to the staff, it looks like the airline did not bring my luggage. They apparently had a list of all the luggage they brought into the plane, and mine was not in there. So I had to file this whole form to be like, oh, my luggage was lost. Please send it to this hotel if you get it, right? And thank God, it's an airport, international airport, so you got people that speak multiple languages working there. And this lovely lady who was Filipino, she's Filipino, and she speaks Filipino, Japanese, and English. Tagalog, Japanese, and English. So she was able to help me. And she was really sweet. And basically, now I just returned to my hotel without my luggage. And I did not. Of course, it's one of the times where I don't do it. Some people suggest they suggest that that you bring an extra day's worth of clothing into your carry-on. I did not do that. One of the few times I didn't do that, because my backpack was full of shit, is when my luggage gets lost, misplaced. And on the first night of the fucking trip, thank God, Japanese hotels provide clothing. They provide you nightwear generally, at least from the hotels I've been to, cause that nightwear is what allowed me to put my clothing into the wash, and then use that same outfit the next day. And I wore the same outfit for 3 days in a row, because they took some time to deliver the luggage to the hotel. But I got the luggage 2 or 3 days after I landed, right? So yeah. So apparently the lady that was helping me with my luggage situation was, she asked me oh, what airline? I'm like, Air Canada. She's like, oh yeah, Air Canada is a lot. They lose luggages pretty frequently. I'm like, oh shit. Okay, well I guess I'm not using Air Canada ever again. Voice says, I am once again imagining the smell. I mean, again, I washed, I don't know if you're talking about the smell of my clothing, but I washed my clothing every day, every night. The same outfit. I wore the nightwear that the Japanese hotel gave me, put my clothes in the wash, and did that. And also, I also bought panties. What I buy? Panties, lotion, and toothpaste at a Don Quixote, because thankfully my capsule hotel, they provided like a little like plastic mini brush and toothbrushes. And apparently the toothbrushes also came with toothpaste, like little toothpaste tubes, but it was too small for me to see. So I have this like extra like toothpaste tube that's like still sealed, because I bought it from Don Quixote, and I thought I needed it, but I didn't. But guys, the airline is supposed to compensate me. They say that they're gonna compensate me for any expenses I make, or any orders I make, because they lost my luggage. I missed the deadline for that. I missed the deadline to submit like the claim to get my money back. I mean, it's around like maybe like 50 USD that I had to pay for, of like some supplies, and then a taxi trip to the next location. Because there was this one time where like we had to make it to our next location, but it was raining. And if I had my umbrella, I feel like I would have taken the train. But because I didn't have my umbrella, I got soaked. And for the remaining trip, I was like, you know what? I'm taking a taxi. So, one string samurai? I don't know what that said. Thank you for stepping. But, yeah, so the remainder of that trip, I just took a taxi. And which I would not feel the need to if I just had my goddamn umbrella, which was in my luggage. But Air Canada lost, so maybe it was like, yeah. So it was around 50 USD. Only 50, says Biff. What's up? Yeah. I mean, it's like, yeah. So it is. It is what it is. What the fuck? Annalisa says, I never got compensated. I should have been a bigger Karen and botched more. United Airlines only barely got my luggage on the very last day. Dude, what the fuck? Very much worth being a Karen for. I mean, maybe not to like the employee. I don't know, like whoever's responsible for that shit. Jesus, like be like, hey guys, please, where the fuck is it? They offer nightwear. I didn't know they did that. Me neither, Casey. I didn't know they offer nightwear either. But thank God they did, cause that saved my fucking life. I didn't have to buy new clothing because of that. I just had to buy underwear. I just had to buy new underwear. I'm planning my trip to Japan from the Philippines soon. Maybe I should put an air tag in my luggage just in case. Honestly, if you have the means to, maybe. I didn't want to buy an air tag because I'm like, it's like $50. I mean, like, granted, someone could say, oh, but like, you know, you could lose even more money value if your luggage gets lost. I'm like, yeah, but $50, I ain't got that money, man. I ain't got that money. You buy me the air tag then.
Ride getting there, we were going over to Kasuga Taisha Shrine, and you know, we were all just like, guys, don't get distracted by the deer, you're gonna have free time later to play with them and whatnot. But once we got to Kasuga Taisha Shrine, there were just so many of us that just got left back on the trails because everyone was so enamored by the deer, which I don't blame them for. So we checked out the rest of Kasuga Taisha, which was so beautiful and calming once again, and afterwards we took an ice cream break and headed over to Todaiji Temple, which was super big, one of the most epic temples.
You can see me recording content on the right. I'm recording content. Sorry. You guys coughing a lot. Fucking mucus and shit. I seem to like pull up mucus a lot more when I speak for an extended period of time. Some of my streams you hear me be like, like gross fucking sounds because the fucking mucus is getting pulled up. The grind never stops, is Biff. You're so right. But I'm recording and I'm dying, man. Dude, this trip, this shrine in particular, is when, like, I feel like I didn't get a whole lot of footage of this shrine in particular. You can kind of tell if I'm dying in a particular location or time of the trip because I have less footage. I'm too busy dying to take footage. So I didn't take much footage of this location. Not gonna lie. You see me, I got a little bit, but not a lot because I was dying. And near the end of the trip, we're going through like the last like building, I guess. I was like, I was not, I don't know. And this might have been the closest experience I've had to a heat stroke. But I was not looking good. I sat down and I was dying. And some of the others probably noticed how bad I was looking. And they were so sweet. I think it was Sarah. She offered me like her half drunken like water bottle. She's like, "Do you want some water?" I'm like, "Yes, please, thank you," because I think I drank all my water. And then I'm like, "Here you go, have it back," because I took a sip. She's like, "No, you can have the rest." Yeah, like I can have more. And I'm like, "Thank you for the water." And then you can kind of see him on the left. He has like that patterned shirt and like the kind of white tote bag with the red strap. Andrew, who's also another artist alley artist, which I thought was sick. He had like electrolyte powder that you can like mix in your water. So he gave me some of that. So he gave me some of that so I can, pour into like my half half full like water. And I think that did help because a little bit into the trip, like after I drank that water, I did start feeling better. I mean, also probably because we're also in shade. But now I was dying. And even Michelle, the host, she was like, I can like you can stop. You don't have to go to the next thing. You can go like take a break. You can go grab some food, and we can just meet up later on. And when I'm like, yeah, that sounds. I mean, like, how much longer is the remainder of this trip? So we got the tour guide, and the tour guide's like, I mean, like the remainder of like this trip, this tour, is just within a building, and it's like 20 minutes long. I'm like, I can handle that. If the remainder of this trip was outside, I don't think I would be able to. But because it's only like inside, I'm like, okay, I think I can handle it. I think I can handle it. But like, I stuck around like Michelle, who was like using her fan. You can see like her little hand fan, and so basically I was sticking around her, and like she was like fanning the both of us. I'm like, thank you, I appreciate it. But yeah, closest I've had to a heat stroke, I think. I mean, I just wasn't doing well. I'm like, I feel like this would be heat stroke. Yeah, it was a moment. They were really nice about it, though. I was like, did I worry them? But they're really nice about it, and they're like, you don't have to continue this trip if you need to. You can go get food or something. But it was like the last like 20 minutes of the thing, so I'm like, I'll just stick it out. That's fine. That's fine. Daijoubu desu.
I think I've ever seen in my life. Then we all got distracted by the deer merch once again, but hey, that's what.
Guys, look at that cat banana and it's Banussi. The Banussi. Bro, I saw that shit. Hold on. Was it like... fuck. Banussi. Do I have a photo of it? I think I have a video, but I don't have a photo of it. Fuck. But on the first day, I think the first like actual day of the trip, we went to that food market that was mentioned earlier. And I think... was it that one or was it later on the trip? I forgot when. But at one point, I saw a gacha machine that had the banana cat merch. And it was 1,000 yen. My brother's 1,000 yen for a gacha machine. As much as I love that Banussi, that one cat Banussi plush, I'm not paying 1,000 yen for gacha. So I was hoping to stick it out and maybe find the same gacha for cheaper later on in the trip. And then I saw one of the artists, her name is Nancy. She had the banana cat. I'm like, oh my god, where'd you get the banana cat? Where'd you get it? I saw it, but it was like 1,000 yen. She's like, oh, I think I got it for like 400 yen. And it gotcha. I'm like, oh, 400 yen? There's a 400 yen out there? And then so did Michelle. I don't know if like Nancy and Michelle got it from the same place. But they both had the banana cat. And I think Michelle mentioned it was 400 yen too. So I'm like, what the fuck? Where is it? I found the 1,000 yen and where's the 400 yen one? And thank God, I found it later on in the trip. While our group trip was all over, I was exploring Kyoto, and I found a gacha of the banana cat, the Banussi cat, for 200 yen, I believe. 200 yen is what I found it for. Or was it 400 yen? and like the one they found was 600. I don't know. But anyways, I found the cheapest one. My patience was rewarded. I found it, and I'll show you guys in my Japan haul stream tomorrow, where I will show you the Banussi cat plush. And there's more to it than meets the eye. I'll say that. But it's my favorite. One of my favorite merch. My favorite finds that trip is that Banussi. Absolutely spectacular.
Where I probably did most of my shopping, in which you'll see in an eventual Japan haul. Afterwards, I
Me too. I'm gonna do a Japan haul stream, guys. Expect nothing less from the business extra. Because they do repeat like gacha. It's like, you know, you see the same gacha in like at different parts elsewhere. So it's like, okay, I waited. I'm not spending 1,000. Goddamn.
I hosted my first deer life drawing workshop where we found this area where a lot of deer were just chilling around. So I was able to kind of just give a talk about how life drawing is important for each respective art industry that, you know, I initially broke up in the groups of. So in animation, it's like you might value form and line confidence more and in your drawings, whereas, you know, for comics and illustration, sometimes you might need more cleaned up art for that, whereas for entrepreneurship, you might just need drawing styles of deer that cater towards your brand as an artist. You know, at the end of the day, there are no rules to drawing deer. It is just what is going to best fit you in your specific art career journey. But, you know, it was such a magical moment. Ever since I was a kid, Bambi was one of my favorite films.
Did you guys notice I'm not in there? I'm not drawing? Because I barely drew this entire trip? I was shopping. Even when there's no anime merch, I was shopping. Actually, no, there were anime merch. There was like some like collab merch of like Nara Park, the deer park, and like some anime. There's like Sanrio collabs as well. But yeah, I guess there was some anime merch, but not like dedicated like anime shops. But I was shopping. And I bought a little handkerchief with cute deer on it. That was going to be my expected like handkerchief soaked in my sweat that I would sell. To hopefully make some money back for the trip. But then it cooled down. So I never that deer handkerchief is just now mine for normal use. Not for wiping up my sweat and selling off to some freak online. I see freak not in a down. Yeah, I'm joking, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean. We all have our kinks as long as we're not hurting anyone. I don't care. But you know. Joe, welcome. Thank you for subbing. It's just funnier to say freaks. Criminal says, what do you mean? It's never too late. Hit the gym and sell a handkerchief. I could. I so could. Or just go back to Japan.
That got me really inspired to become an artist, because I specifically remember watching the behind the scenes of the animators and artists studying the deer in real life and drawing them, and I'm like, here I am in real life doing the same exact shit that I really thought that originally working in the animation industry would help give me the experience of, but no, here I am giving myself that experience without an animation industry being the gatekeeper of that, I guess. After a day in Nara, we had a karaoke session because
guys, this karaoke was so fun. It's kind of hard to see, but I'm in the back. I'm next to the guy standing. I'm in the back. It was a grand old time. It was such a grand... Dude, it was so fun. It was a very, like, kind of... Actually, I wouldn't say it's last minute. It was, kind of organized by one of the artists. I think it was Andrew, which you can see kind of in the back with his glasses and kind of baldish head. His shaved head, I guess. He has hair growing, but he has a kind of he doesn't have a lot of hair. But this wasn't like an official like planned event in the itinerary, but just something one of the artists were like, let's do it. We have to do karaoke. So we did karaoke, and it was grand. I know I mentioned to you guys that like you catch me dead before you catch me singing. But I changed my mind on that. Karaoke's fun. I love karaoke. Back then, I'd be like, fuck singing. You never see me sing. It's cringe as fuck, but it's such a good time. Like I don't care anymore. The feel of me just wanting to have fun and just vibe, have good vibes. It vastly outweighed like, oh, it's cringe. Not singing if itself is cringe, but like I didn't like myself singing. I felt cringe, but like the good vibes just overpowered that shit by a landslide. Told you she would change your mind. Did you? Did you? I don't know. I don't remember hearing that if you did. But it was so fun. Third burp. We got confused with the drinks because we ordered drinks, but we didn't know what the fuck it was. We ordered our drinks and then they just brought it like on like a little tray, and they just handed us all the drinks. You're like, which one is this one? I don't know. And also it's like loud as fuck, so they can't properly like tell us which it is. And even then there's a language barrier. But like we all just kind of like trying, we each kind of sipping the other drinks and be like, is this mine? No. Tastes like peach. Who ordered peach? Probably not, but I planned on it. Yeah. Well, you're right. It's fun. It's a grand time, so I don't care about the cringe. Maybe if I was alone, maybe if it was like a group setting, maybe not so much. Like as a stream, I probably won't do karaoke. But if y'all guys, if I was like streaming my convention experience or something, I'm hanging out with a group of friends, a group of people, and they offer to do karaoke, I would sing then. On my own on stream, probably not. Has to be in a fun group setting for me to do karaoke. Because it's fun. It's the group like fun as like vibes to it that got me to be like, yeah, I'll do it. I only sing one song, at least like on my own, because like I would sing along to like other people singing, but the one song I did, I wanted to sing "Escape from the City" from Sonic Adventure 2. I want to sing that. If not that, then "Live and Learn" from also Sonic Adventure 2, but didn't have that because it's like not like it's like an established like collective list of a bunch of songs. So I did "Idol" from Oshinoko with Japanese. Was it Japanese English or Japan? I don't know. It was a mix, right? Like it's even said in the list of like songs. Like they have like Japanese songs list and they have a list of like English songs, and "Idol" was in it. The opening of Oshinoko, and it just said like "Idol" Japan English or something, Japan English, and it sure was. Cause I was like, you know what? I'll sing it. I'll probably be able to sing it. It's English, right? I hope it's good. I tried to sing it. I did not do well singing it. It did not make any fucking sense. But I sang it anyway. And I'm like, wow, that was lame. But okay. Well, it was a grand time. And because there's so many of us and we didn't reserve ahead of time, which getting a place to fit as many people, like a big of a group as ours, is really difficult in Japan, let alone without a reservation. So we just pulled up like, hey, I know it's a lot to ask, but we have like 17 or something people here. Is there space for us? And there wasn't a space for all of us in one room, so we split into one room. we did split into two rooms. I was in the bigger one. But yeah, it was fun. It was a grand old time. It was a gay old time, yes.
As Group 1 is unstoppable. Throughout the 90-degree humidity and heat and thousands of steps per day, they were still down to go out for a whole karaoke session that night, and it was just really fun for all of us to just get loose together. Even our tour guide Eric joined us in the fun. So after a really late karaoke night, the next day was our last full day in Kyoto, and it started off with me hosting 2 workshops. One of them full day in Kyoto, and it started off with me hosting 2 workshops.
It's me on the right with the gay old peace sign on the hi Pebbles. What's up? What's wrong? Yes. What's wrong, sweetie? You wanna get up on the table? On table? On table? Yeah? Come on up. Come on up, sweetie. Say hi to everyone. Say hi to everyone. Come on. No? Okay. I'm on the right. I'm on the right. This squinty eye. Motherfucker.
One of them is a money making for artists workshop, where once again I had each group break up and I would go around each group and talk about what they're currently dealing with, what are their struggles between them and making money as an artist. And I would encourage everyone to have discussions amongst themselves and the other people in their group. And I would also talk to them about what worked for me when I was or am working in their specific industry when it comes to making that bag as an artist. Because, you know, at the end of the day, art can always just be your hobby, but what makes it a profession or what you do for a living is once it starts supporting your lifestyle, which means money is involved. So it is a very important discussion to have. And then lastly, we ended it on a super wholesome note on a story and comics artist workshop where everyone took around 10 minutes to draw one of their most story-worthy moments of this trip. And we chose a few people to get up and just pitch their stories to the group, which was, you know, a really nice way to just wrap up, you know, what everyone remembered the most from their personal experiences on this trip. And I would just give, like, you know, little feedbacks back on their pitching style, because when you're an artist, you have to really know how to pitch yourself, speak to an audience, and really present yourself and sell yourself to people, which they don't really teach you in school unless if it's for storyboarding. So I just kind of would give little feedbacks back on how to have a more engaging presentation or pitching style. And afterwards, we headed out to
Okay, so yes, story time, but also I coughed up mucus, so I couldn't say shit. I had to go quickly spit that out. Anyways, I'm a snotty little girl, snotty little boy. Fourth burp. But yes, Void says, Michi, what did you pitch? You didn't see B-roll of it, but I did pitch something. I did pitch my own little story. Unfortunately, it was not, the footage of that was not cut. But the little story I did was me sweating up a whole bunch and wiping my sweat down with a little handkerchief, looking at the handkerchief and being like, bro, I could sell this to some freak online. But that was it. That was the comic I was gonna make, and I was gonna use that to like advertise the sale of like of the handkerchief, the sweaty handkerchief. I was gonna use that as like advertisement, like promotional art, to be like, hey, yeah, here's a comic, here's content. But also, no, the handkerchief's actually real. You can get it, right? That was my plan. I didn't do it. I didn't sell the handkerchief because I didn't get sweat. I didn't get any sweat. Like the later half of the trip, so that sucked ass. But that was what my comic. I did pitch it in front of everyone, but I didn't get caught in the video. Oh, but another also interesting little fun fact about us having to make that comic. We had like 10 minutes. We had 10 minutes to drop that comic, right? And I guess I forgot about the 10 minute like mark, because when we started drawing, I'm like, I gotta pee. I'll use the bathroom, and I come back, and there's like maybe like 5 minutes left to draw. So I start drawing, right? And I get back from pissing, and I start drawing my little comic with everyone. And then like shortly after, they're like, okay, time's up. I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't draw jack shit. What the hell? But yeah, that's how I even had even less time because I pissed. I had to pee.
to a nice soba lunch that our
Biff says 5 minute piss. Yeah, because I had to find the bathroom. We were at like a university, I think.
guide Eric took us to, and between that time and the group dinner, we were able to just kind of do our own thing. I personally was writing everybody's goodbye cards and their goodbye gifts, and also trying to sneak in as many signatures as I can for Eric's thank you card. And that night ended with dinner at this super bougie hot pot place. We surprised Eric with our card there, and I also handed out everyone's goodbye gifts there as well. And it was kind of an emotional moment because that was the last time all of us were ever going to be in the same room together. And suddenly the realization hit that, like, oh shit, we have to go back to our own home countries and cities now, but it was a really touching moment. And I will have to say that I was quite pleased and surprised by how the hotels and the dinners, for the most part, have really been on the nicer side, especially those hotel breakfasts. So on our last final day, everyone said their goodbyes. We tried to have breakfast.
Oh, you see me. I'm sitting
So
down.
on our last final day, everyone said their goodbyes.
I'm kind of covered, but like I'm towards the back with the white shirt. My hair is kind of wet because I showered that morning. But I was sitting there. I was sitting there. It was sad. It was not. It was like, you know. It was kind of like bittersweet. Saying goodbye to everyone. Like, oh fuck, I'm gonna miss you. And they were like signing each other's like sketchbooks and stuff. We're all drawing in each other's sketchbooks. God damn it. What's that phone going on? Bro, I'm coughing up a storm. Who's... Goddamn spam call, motherfucker. Eat a dick. Eat a dick, bitch. Anyways. I coughed up more mucus. Because I'm a snotty little boy. Y'all, I'm feeding some very specific kink over here. Very specific fetish while the coughing I'm doing. Ah, Pebbles!
We tried to have breakfast together in this room for breakfast, and as our group was dwindling down to the last few people, we all just kind of stuck together for as long as possible, which I thought was really cute because we just didn't want this moment.
It's me on the right with my wet ass hair. My wet hair from showering that morning.
Or experience to end. And lastly, it was my turn to leave. Me and my boyfriend took his mom back to the airport so that she could fly back to California. And then afterwards, me and my boyfriend headed off to our next transition hotel, where basically we stayed at until group 2 began, in which you can see in this vlog called A Day in My Life as an artist in Japan, if you wanted to see what I did during the break. But that was pretty much the conclusion of our first art.
Bro, this dinner, you're gonna see me in the upper left with the peace signs with my little donut white shirt. This dinner was, this was like the opening dinner, right? Because the trip started with us all meeting up on, I think, the 12th local time, I think, at a dinner. So we all met up at night for dinner. And it was so nice, but guys, I see this shit in anime where, like, like a group of maybe like co-workers or something late at night after work all get together at a restaurant and sit on the floor, they have like the little hole in the floor with your feet, and they sit and they have a bunch of like, food and drinks. And I'm like, I got that experience. First thing of the trip. First thing of the art group trip. And I'm like, this is fucking living. I'm living, guys. This is sick. I always wanted to do that. And I had such a good time. It was awesome. So very awesome. I was so happy. Pebbles! She keeps going after my fucking, like, my wires of my headphones. She's a little menace. Oh, I also should mention, this, even though, like, I had a blast, okay? So, this night was the night I was, like, soaked. I got soaked. I got caught in the rain. It was pouring down hard. Because I was out anime shopping earlier that day, and on the way to this restaurant, I got caught in the rain. Or like onto the hotel and then went to the restaurant. But I got caught in the rain. So my feet were still soaked. My socks were still wet. My wet little piggies. And it was not a fun experience. Having wet socks is not great. But like the enjoyment of this like dinner like kind of like overpowered and like made me like push through the wet socks. But it was good. It was good.
Career journey ever in Japan. I kind of am a little.
Oh, this one. I think now it's time to explain to you guys this one restaurant, which I mentioned earlier, and you saw me like taking footage for content. So I forgot what day this was. Was this Osaka or Kyoto? I don't remember what day. I don't remember what day this was. But was it late? Anyways, so once all our like activities were done for that day, right? Or was it everything? Dude, I don't even know. Ow, pebbles. But basically, one of the I think it was a Jirachi, the one that's wearing the hat, like the kind of like beige hat, in the left. It kind of has like a black and red shirt. I think they wanted sushi. Or they're one of the people that wanted sushi. Oh, why is my fucking stream being pissy? Oh my god, hold on. What the fuck? Oh wait, is it coming back? Is YouTube coming back, guys? I'm sorry. Is my is it being shit? I think it's coming back. I think it's coming back. Comment. Are you guys back? Are you guys there? Did the stream go down for you for a bit? I think it did for me. My connection was shitty for a moment, but I think I'm back. Let me know. It didn't interrupt on my end. Oh, okay. That's good. Alright. So in case I'm still going. Anyone else good? So for this trip, this one particular dinner. So how many of us are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there's 11 of us. One of the guys, I hung out with him a lot through the trip. One of the guys, he's being covered by like the older man in front. You can kind of see his thumbs up and like his face covered. I thought it was fucking funny. But he's on the right of the photo. Kind of covered up. But so for the context of this like clip, we were planning to go to Kura. I think was it Kura, which is I believe like a sushi like what do you call this? Something belt. Conveyor belt sushi places, right? And there's like how many? 11 I said? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 bitches. So we went to Kura, right? We weren't too hopeful of like, oh, this is a big group. How are we gonna get in there? We went into Kura. There was a long line waiting outside, or like there was quite a bit of people waiting inside, and we're like, fuck. This doesn't look very great for us. And so and then Jirachi I think was like, I'm gonna see if we can get a table. So Jirachi tried to input us into like the kiosk to get a spot in the queue, right? We couldn't fit all 11 of us into one order, right? Into one group. So we got to try to split us up into 2 groups. The first like 4-ish people that got inputted, the wait time was like 90 minutes. And we had to be back for an event and around like an hour and a half, like an hour later. If not an hour and a half later. So, obviously, we did not have time to wait for 90 minutes. And even then, that's the first 4 people. What about the remaining like 6-ish people or something like that, right? So, we're like, we're not eating Kura tonight. We are not eating Kura tonight. So, what we did is when we initially walked out, of the restaurant, and a handful of us were Googling where the fuck we could eat. We also got to keep in mind, people's different tastes and also price points. So it took us a bit. And after one point, we're like, you know what? Let's just walk around and see what places looks open, right? So we walked around. This is Kyoto. Yeah, I think Kyoto. And so we walked around for a bit. And then we passed by a restaurant. We're kind of peering inside. You know what I mean? Be like, do they have space for us? And this nice gentleman on the right with his little orange hat, I don't know, comes out. He's like, oh, how many? And we're like, 11. And then he like quickly looks in, and we're like, I guess we're eating here if there's space for us. Is this fine with you guys? Right? We're kind of looking at each other because we're still figuring out where to go. And he's like, we have space. Come in. So we're like, oh, I guess that's like, yeah, we're going in. They have space for us. We're like, we can't be too picky about where to eat, because the biggest issue is if they can even see us in the first place. So we're like, fuck it, yeah, let's go in, right? There's a man who's so nice. He just brought us in. He saw us that we're having trouble and just brought us in. Went out to us and be like, okay, come in. So that was really sweet of him, for one. And then we ordered our food. We got our food. And we're having a nice we're having fun. We're hanging out. We're having a conversation. And then one of the tables, because we're like spinning to like 3 different tables. One of them, I think they were talking about like their pets. And like the guy, the I think the owner maybe of the store, came up with his phone and started showing like us like his pets on his phone. We're like discussing pets, and that was really sweet. And so we finished up eating. We're like, oh shoot, we're running out of time. We should go back. We have like a planned event coming on, and I forgot what event it was, but we had a planned thing. So we're like, fuck, okay, hurry up, pay, and then leave. And then as we're like waiting for our, we were all kind of like one by one getting out of the restaurant because we all had to pay our part. I was like thinking about him, like, oh, I want a picture of this man. He was so sweet to us and so nice. I want a picture of this man. So I asked Michelle, like, Michelle, can you, I know we're short on time, but like, can we get a photo of this man? She's like, oh, that's such a great idea. Yeah, let me go ask him. So she goes in and she asks him, because she knows more Japanese than I do. And then she spoke to him about it, getting a picture. He's like, me? Really? And he's like really shocked like that we want a photo of him. And it was so sweet because he's like so flabbergasted, like, you guys want a photo of me? And then like he agreed. And then Michelle's like, awesome. Oh, we need to bring everyone in. I'm like, oh, we're bringing everyone in? Huh? She's like, is that not what you wanted? I'm like, oh, I was just thinking just taking a photo of this guy, just straight up just a photo of him. But a group photo is even better. I didn't think of a group photo. But yeah, so like everyone came in, and then we took like a photo together. And then for like, maybe like 5 to 10-ish minutes, this guy, with their language barrier and everything, he was just going through his phone and showing us like his photos of his family, his wife, and like his pets on his Facebook. So he's just scrolling through it and telling us like, oh yeah, this is my dog, this is the breed, she's this many years old, here's another dog I have, I think they're sisters or something, I forgot. And he has a cat as well. And like, it was so sweet. It was so good. I'm so glad we got a photo. I would be upset. Not actually upset, but I'd be disappointed if like we left that restaurant and not had some sort of like documentation of this nice man. So I just want a photo of him. But Michelle thought I was talking about a group photo, which I didn't, but it's even better than just a photo of that man. So this is what we got. And it was so sweet. Give this man the happiest life possible. I hope so. He deserves it. So does our freaking guide, our tour guide, Eric. Nicest man ever. My God. Please. Let's see. Hold on. Let me check something. I'm supposed to go to like, well, I'm not supposed to, but there's a Halloween party tonight with someone like that I know. And the thing is, it's like I have limited car access. So it's not exactly easy getting around most of the time. And it's a potluck. And I'm like, I don't got jack shit of food to provide. It's like, oh, bring your own pumpkin too. I'm like, I don't have a pumpkin to bring. I'm not in costume. And I don't have any food to bring to potluck. I mean, like, I have some biscuits that my boyfriend brought over from Australia for me. But I'm like, but that's for me. That's like the only thing I think that's worth like giving in like a group setting. Everything else is like groceries. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna? What am I gonna give? Frozen fries? A bag of frozen fries? So I feel like I don't really want to go to this party. If it sounds fun, I want to hang out with people, but I'm streaming. And it's like, and I don't have a ride confirmed. So like, maybe I just won't go to that party. Unless I get, I might feel FOMO though. But I'm not gonna bring anything. I'm not gonna bring food for the potluck. I'm not gonna bring my own pumpkin. I'm just gonna be a freaking freeloader. Be like, hey guys, I didn't bring anything, but yeah, nice food though. Wow, it's so good. I'm not gonna be a freeloader. I mean, I have soda, I think. Just bring like a bottle of soda, like a 2 liter bottle of soda. Maybe? Do not fucking know. Anyways, continue this.
Little bit still in disbelief that everything worked out so well and became such a wholesome experience. So thank you so much to Trova Trip for helping me organize this experience that I am still processing even after I got back. But other than that, if anyone from Group 1 is watching this video, I miss you guys and I hope that we will have a reunion soon. And for any of you watching these videos and want to join one of our future art career journeys or art retreats, we currently have a sketchbook retreat in Greece in May 2025 that you can check out down in the links below, which we have a few spots left for $100 off. Don't miss out on that if you want to experience something like this trip, but in Greece, and I will see you all in the next one.
Yay! So that's why this trip was kind of like spur of the moment, because it was like, this shit would sell fast. I hopped on that shit immediately. When it was announced, I'm like, oh, I definitely want to know information. Right? I want to know more information. And then
Amisha's tax plan costs $3,000 a year. Liberal
up.
Amisha.
Shut up. My goodness gracious. No one cares. And some people care. I don't care. That was loud. Sorry, my bad, guys. But yes, I saw that she okay, hold on. She had a video. Hold on, let's mute that shit. She had another video. Let me check it. I think the second group, but I'm like, do I have time to speak about the second group? Wow, way to get political. I'm like, yeah, I'm not bringing politics into this. I don't want to do that, bruh. Talking about Japan. So there's this group trip. Hold on. This is the second group trip because like there are multiple groups. So mine was the first ever. This whole like artist retreat group. I mean, she has a whole lot. She has one to Korea. She has one to Greece, and she just recently announced another one in Japan for 2025 spring, which I kind of want to go to, but I'm like kind of broke as fuck. It's more anime focused too. It's more anime focused. This group, the group I went on, it was like, oh, we're going to Osaka and Kyoto, we're going to temples and stuff, you know, going to Nara Deer Park, which is all fine and dandy. But you know what I did in my fucking free time? I went anime shopping. And now the 2025 spring trip is like, hey, we're going to Japan during cherry blossom season, and it's also going to be anime focused. So we're going to Akihabara in the Ghibli Museum. I'm like, fuck! I don't regret going on this trip, but money. Time to sell those toenails, bestie. I know, but that ain't gonna cover like $4,000 plus. I'm still recovering from this trip. Do we go over this one? Hold on, I don't want to go too much because we're already like how many hours in this goddamn stream, and I just finished the video. We're 2 hours into this goddamn stream, and I just finished the video. I need to explain what fucking happened. I'm gonna go through it. Hold up. Okay. Well, this is not me. This is not my group. So, who cares? Not relevant. It does not have me. Not relevant to this stream. cat. Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I think. Okay, so us being the first group, myself and my groupies being the first group, we set the standard. And then Lisa says, logging off, but glad your trip went well. Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for joining, my dude. Appreciate you stopping by. Have a good one. But so we set the standard for the trip, you know, and the whole like karaoke like night that one of the artists suggested, Andrew. It was so enjoyable that Michelle's like, you know what? We have to make this. We have to keep doing the karaoke like tradition with all the trips. Like, I don't know about all of them, but at least with the Japan trips, karaoke. So now I think it's like a planned part of the itinerary is to go in karaoke. Let's see.
That's why I think this experience was so special, on top of the fact that the behind the scenes of Bambi was one of my inspirations as a kid. And because of Group 1, who I totally credit this part to, we continued the tradition of karaoke, this time at a different location that offered a stage in the room, and everyone had a blast singing and dancing their hearts away. We had so much fun that the last day was a little bit of a struggle to get through, since that night ended really late, and we had to start the next day with our money making for artists workshop, which I was
we ran, or no, we walked so they could run or some shit like that. Oh, they did. They also made something for Michelle. Like my group, Michelle organized putting together like something for Eric at the end, our tour guide. But these guys said put something together for Michelle. Like fuck, we should have done that. God damn it.
Adorable lineup of everyone's characters that honestly, like, I'm not really officially a teacher on this trip, but I felt like a teacher with a graduating class that, you know, touched my heart and everything. I was super grateful to have.
Oh man. Yeah, I won't go into this one because already, dude, I barely touched my trip and we're like 2 hours into this goddamn stream, and I was already like 2 hours fucking late. Fuck. Hold on. I don't know if I'm going to the let's see. I'll think about that in a moment. I can be a bit late. Anyways. So that was a group trip. That's like the art trip. But that's just what showed up on the fucking video. I'll tell you guys my perspective, my POV of what the fuck happened. So beep beep. Boop. Blamp. 5. So guys, I arrived like a bit too early for my flight. I left a bit too early. So let's see, where is it? The ticket tills weren't even open yet. It wasn't a very long wait. It was maybe like a 20-minute wait or something. But I didn't want to be late. You see, when it comes to me, guys, when it comes to me and like and times, right? I'm either late or like I'm really early, right? And mostly my streams, you guys get the late part, unfortunately. But when it's like other things that like, you know, other like, you know, if I'm like having a flight or and like class or like interview or something, or like other people like in my impression is involved, which not to say that like it's like not to say that I don't give an impression of myself or whatnot by being late to my own streams, but like it's my own streams. It's just my own streams. I can be a bit late. But also like I fucking like bulldoze through like several hours of like no food, no snacks, just talking. So me being like, I need to eat food now before stream, because if I don't eat food now, I'm not gonna eat food for maybe like the next like 7 hours. So it's like Hee my thought process with them. Anyways, so I arrived early to my flight just in case. And it was so early that the things weren't even open yet. And I think in my first flight, was it my first flight? I think I had like 2 stops. 3 stops? 2 stops. I think from my flight to another like US based airport, and then Canada, and then Japan. But for my first flight, I had no one next to me. No one was next to me. I was thriving. And I planned to like sleep on the plane because I don't know if I slept that night before. I think I might just stayed up. And planned to sleep on the plane or some shit. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. So, I mentioned earlier on that flight, on the way to Japan, on my last layover, I did manage to come across one of the art group trip. Wait, hold on. Sorry, my browser. I had 2 things playing at once. My bad. One of the art group trip members, I didn't come across her. She found me. So she saw me at the airport. And I think she mentioned like she felt like kind of like nervous to come up to me because she didn't know for sure if it was like I was part of the trip, but she like apparently looked on like our Discord server and whatnot to check for photos of me to make sure. But she came up to me, she's like, "Hey, are you part of like Michelle's like art group trip?" I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, it's me. Are you?" And she's like, "Yeah." So so for the remainder of that trip, we hung out together, and then we sat on the same row, not next to each other, but we're on the complete opposite sides of the plane. Like I'm on one end and she's on the other, both window seats. So that was sick. That was sick. But we got to keep each other company for the remainder of the trip, and she got to be there when my luggage was lost, and she was giving me moral support. So after she got her luggage and I didn't get mine, we I'm losing steam now. Wait, I don't have any water. Yeah, haha, fuck, I'm tired. What the fuck? I'm short-circuiting. Okay, no, we got off the plane, luggage situation, and then we went to like the lobby of the airport. And we're trying to figure out how to get to, our next destination, our hotel. Because I arrived the day before the group trip, right? I arrived the day before just in case, you know what I mean? Just have a little bit of wiggle room in case anything happens. Like them losing my luggage. So I arrived the day before. So I had one night to myself. And then the day after, I would meet up with the groupies, our group trip. So I initially planned to get a shuttle, a paid shuttle to my hotel, because I did not know how the Shinkansen, the train, I didn't know how the train would work with my luggage. I was scared of not being able to get a seat with my luggage. I'd never been the Shinkansen before, so I didn't know. So I got a shuttle bus ticket. That's what my plan was. But what was different? And that I didn't realize until like I was near my hotel. I didn't need the goddamn bus shuttle ticket because I didn't have my luggage. Because they lost it or they misplaced it. Air Canada misplaced my luggage. So I didn't even need to take the fucking shuttle to begin with. I could just take the train. I know Shinkansen's the right word. I could just take the train. I just could have just taken the train to my fucking thing and save some money that way. But oh well. It is what it is. And then I also got a SIM card. I got an unlimited data SIM card, which I think was like 3,000 yen, which is like what, like $27-ish USD. And then so the other art trip groupie and I split to go back to hotels. And then she's like, yo, if you want to meet up again to go to Don Quixote for you to, you know, buy some supplies, because, you know, your airline kind of lost your luggage. We can do that. I'm like, oh, sick, yay. So, so I got back to my capsule hotel. I got a capsule hotel because those bitches cheap. Bro, it's under 40 USD to get a capsule hotel. So for whenever I was like outside our group trip, like, you know, itinerary, because throughout the trip, you know, we're staying in the same hotel together. We're kind of like 2 persons per room for the most part, generally. But outside the group trip, I stayed in capsule hotels. So on the right, you see, I think the sign for Dotonbori. So we kind of went to Dotonbori. And that's where I got like I went to Don Quixote, got my underwear and shit. And at nighttime, my dinner was croquettes, Family Chicky, which is like this like famous like chicken thing from Family Mart. What they're known for. Calpico, a Coke I got from the airport because I needed change. And I couldn't break my money at like the tourist center. I had to break my bills down at the Konbini, at the convenience store, so I got a Coke as well. And then I leftover water from the airline. My girl dinner, yes! I was cheaping out. But guys, all this, minus like the Coke, and the water, I got water was free, less than $5. 6 burps. Guys, all this was less than $5 minus the Coke and water. That's insane. That shit's insane, brother. Bruce doesn't fix it. Honestly, it is like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like as a tourist, it's great. But living there is gonna be another story. Like all the social etiquette and stuff of being in Japan. Oh my god. That seems like the big issue. And also summer. Summer's hell. Campus is such a delicious drink. It really is. It really is. Guys, I'm getting hot. It's getting hot. I'm losing steam. I need water. I'm thirsty. I need a break. I've been talking for like almost 2.5 hours straight. And I never oh man. I'm tired. I just started talking about my trip, my POV, and I'm tired. I'm tired. Do I have it in me to keep streaming? Do I have it in me? Bro, I might not have it in me. I want fries. Do I maybe get some water, see how I'm feeling, but I'm not feeling too great. Do I just like maybe end stream and be like, hey guys, I'm gonna pick up again tomorrow and do my haul there as well. If I ramble off about stuff, it'll just be me rambling about the trip and this stuff. I could do that. Cause I ain't feeling right now. I'm lightheaded. Or maybe it's because I'm dehydrated. So we just went over the video and that bitch took like 2 hours. Me going over the fucking video took 2 hours. And that was supposed to be the opener, guys. That was the opener. Now part 2, I know, right? I ain't feeling it right now, man. I ain't feeling it. Mr. Krabs, I ain't feeling it. I'm gonna get some water. Let's see how I feel. I'm gonna get some water. And then we'll see how I feel when I get back with water. Be right back. Hi guys. Hello, hello. I have water. I have water. But I'm tired still. Welcome back, Sisbiff. Thank you! Thank you, thank you. Ugh, why? I can usually like chat for like ages, but for some reason today I'm like, oh no. It ain't my day, pal. It ain't my day. I might just do a part 2. Let's see. What can I get through? What's in my photos? What can I explain? Okay, maybe I'll talk about like my first day there. My first day out of my entire week of Japan. I'm discussing my first day, and I think I'm gonna head off and maybe have a part 2. Which might also be my Japan haul. That might be it. Hee hee. I don't know, bruh. So, first day, which is also more so my first night. Dotonbori, I got my little fucking like my emergency supplies of like underwear, underwear, toothpaste, yes, and all that jazz. Thankfully, the artist that I met at the airport, she went with me to go shopping. I think she's been, I don't know if this is her second trip here. I think she's been to Japan before, so I remember her being somewhat familiar with it. So I was kind of following her lead, and then I got back to my hotel, my little hotel. Where is it? I'll show you guys. My drip. My little like my little like capsule hotel drip in the locker room. And there's a nice soda machine in the locker room. Overall, capsule hotels are pretty sweet, not gonna lie. Pretty sweet. The only things that I complain about, at least the ones I've been to, lack of space. Just be aware. You might have a lack of space. Which overall not too bad, but when you're organizing your luggage, that's hell. I think this hotel, out of the other hotels I've been to, like the other capsule hotels, this was like the most like spacious in terms of like luggage, in terms for like being able to like organize your luggage. Elsewhere, you got jack shit space, so just be aware of that if you go to a hotel. But yeah, that's me. End of the day, after the whole luggage fiasco, wearing the hotel jammies and stuff. And the next day was when the anime shopping began, guys. My anime shopping. There in Osaka, there is like a mini Akihabara area called Nipponbashi, I believe, which is like a mini Akihabara. Remember, is that really you or the thigh highs, right? I don't think I had my thigh highs. They were my luggage. Luggage. It's the airport's fault. It's Air Canada's fault, I mean. So, do you see on the right is my night drip. On the left is my dinner, my girl dinner for the night. Under $5 Insane shit. And this was my hotel. This is my bed. Yes, sweetie pie? On the left is my bed. Because it's a capsule hotel, so we had a little capsule bed. Hi, sweetie. It's pretty cozy, not gonna lie. And enough space. It was enough space to be comfortable. But granted, again, I'm a 5'4" female. Around there, I think. I haven't checked in ages. But that's around, you know, it was comfortable for me. I don't know if you're like a tall man or if you're bigger or anything like that. I don't know how comfortable it would be, but for me, it was fine. I enjoyed it. Some people did mention that airflow might be kind of like bad in some of the capsule hotels. And for me, this particular hotel did not. It was fine. But my second hotel in Kyoto, my capsule hotel in Kyoto, that one was pretty stuffy. I'll say that. So I think it might be hit or miss. I would recommend capsule hotels. Maybe not the end of your trip, cause limited luggage space. I don't know. Depends if you want to look into like your hotel on Google Maps and see if they have luggage space ahead of time for you to. Pebbles! Pebbles, no! She's laying right next to my stream deck. Okay, there we go. I was scared she might hit a button. But I personally recommend capsule hotels. They're better than I expected. They are much better than I expected, not gonna lie. Some of them provide some cool stuff, like one of my hotels, the one in Kyoto, they provided food. They provided like all day miso soup, a self-serve soda machine, which had calpico in it, so I was thriving. The amount of like calpico I got, oh my god. They also had like curry, I think, in the morning. I think they had some food at nighttime. What do they have at night? I forgot. But that was one particular hotel. That was the Kyoto hotel. And then meow 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 meow. Oh, that's a I kind of want to explain this to, like, guys, not gonna lie, I kind of want to explain the Nippon Bashi stuff and whatnot when I'm like more energetic, because I'm looking at some of this, like guys, I went to a needy streamer pop-up store. And I want to be like super energetic, like, yeah guys, this is what happened, da 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 da. But I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired right now. I want to be more active when I tell you guys. Like, this is one of the things I did in my first day in Osaka. There was a needy streamer overload, like, pop-up store that was happening. Thank God around the time I was there. Because the first location was, I think, somewhere in Tokyo, I think. And then the second location was in Osaka, which thank God I was in Osaka around the time, so I was able to go to the needy streamer overload like pop-up store while it was around, and it was so fun and cool. And yeah, maybe I'll save that for the next stream because I am completely out of steam. I think almost 3 hours in, normally I would have more steam, but for some reason today it just ain't it, chief. But I'll show you guys more of the Japan trip another day, maybe tomorrow, because there's a whole lot I want to share with you, and I want to be like Yahoo, whoopee, Yahoo. Yippee! You know what I mean? Like, I am for it. You know, here's a little sneak peek. Yeah, the little sneak peek of like the pop-up, which I want to explain to you guys another day, probably tomorrow. Like, it's so cool. It was in a mall. The streamer batteries gotta warm up somewhere. They really do. I feel like the tech issues at the start of the stream really drained me. That shit, it was like, cringe. So, I'll say this for another day. I at least explained the reason for the trip. Maybe I'll have some videos. Maybe I can share some videos. I don't know. We'll tie into any merch showcase too, so it works out. Yeah. Well, Pebbles, you okay? It will, yeah, right? So I can show you, like, oh, from this trip, I got this merch. And I'll show you guys when I get around to that. So, I think I'll do that. Thanks to guys so much for watching. I appreciate you stopping by. It's so nice I had like a several month hiatus from streaming. Got back into streaming, and then it was like, I'm going on a trip to Japan. And then I didn't stream for like several weeks. And now I'm like, hey guys, I'm back again. So, in and out. I'm in and out. Take care, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I'll explain this another day. Probably tomorrow with my Japan all stream. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Bye, guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Take care. I hope to be able to be on time tomorrow's stream. I have groceries. I can make food for myself ahead of time. And, yes. Daijoubu desu. Casey says, good to stream today, and it was good to see you again. Thank you. It was good to see you guys, too. So many familiar faces. Thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. Done. Bye bye. Bye bye.